Hey Cancer, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. Forgive my very dressed down attire, but it's the best I could do today. Apologies for not getting the July videos out for you guys. Really apologize. But thank you for all of those who have ordered your own personal readings. I really appreciate that. That really helps to support the channel. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, this is your reading for August. Answering the question, how does your partner feel about you? Your partner could be your current partner, someone you're interested in, just the lover that's on your mind at the moment, or your potential lover even, or someone that you've kind of got a connection with, or got a connection to. So it could, if you're focusing a lot on someone, it's like, and even if they don't know it, you probably have a connection with them, but they're just not aware of it. Where, what they say, where focus goes, something grows or something. So it's kind of like that. That's how I see it. Like if you focus on something a lot, you would develop a connection with it. Eventually it will materialize. That's just the laws of the universe as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it's your connection to that person. Okay. So yeah, and if you do like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. So centrally, we've got the lust card for how your partner feels about you. So that's pretty self-explanatory. To clarify that, we have got the Knight of Cups. So as I said in previous videos this month, this is the Thoth deck. There are no kings in the deck. They are all knights. So I think, yeah, it's just saying that there's just no king in this deck, so there's no kings. So I'm going to read them all as knights, okay? So I would say, I mean, this is also the Cancer card. We've got a little crab there, if you can see. Forgive me for my bad nails as well. Today is not a good day for looks. But yeah, this person, they feel obviously very sexually attracted to you, very passionate about you, very moved and touched by you. Their emotions are obviously stirred by you. They're feeling very romantic, very enamored, possibly even slightly addicted or really compelled by you. And I think, I mean, with this kind of energy, you probably do take up a lot of their thoughts. You're definitely intriguing to them, and you make them think about you a lot, I think. Yeah, you could be attracting like players as well. This is definitely a player energy. Although this is a cups card, it is a knight. It is someone who may not always like be ready to commit, and maybe always be on the move. Um, Always looking for like the highest love, the highest form of love, not settling, not compromising, and also quite enjoying the game of love too. Enjoying being a player, um, and seducing people. You know, you do get seducers out there that will, they just love to seduce people like Casanova. It was more the conquest, or being able to get into someone's head and figure out what they like and pander to that, or just seduce them. And it looks like this person may want to be doing that with you, definitely, or you've definitely seduced them. So then we've got the High Priestess card here. This is your position. This to me very much speaks about Cancer. Definitely the watery elements of this card, where you're very much connected with spirit. You're very intuitive at the moment. You are falling back on your intuition. I feel that you are being quite deliberately, possibly mysterious with this person. You may not be kind of coming forward, and you may be kind of looking to see what he does. You're definitely playing the more passive role, but it's like an active passive role, I feel, where pretty much what you're doing, and you're decidedly not taking action, decidedly not being very responsive, making yourself maybe a bit unavailable, unattainable, and those kind of things. But you're definitely going within, you're focused on yourself, and it's like you can't really ignore your own inner wisdom. That's how I feel. Like as you go into this relationship currently, you're really not able to ignore your intuition, your higher like understanding, your wisdom that you've gathered over time. Like you can't ignore that, and you're kind of like, okay, yeah, you're hot, and obviously the cards show that this person's very attracted to you, but you're like, let me just let him simmer or her simmer for a little bit. This could also be with the High Priestess card, you not wanting to make a show of yourself or wanting to keep the relationship a secret as well. You may be happy to kind of get to know this person, but not in a very public way, maybe like more kind of on the down low, maybe. So in the past, we've got the Star card. This is how your partner felt about you. So in the past, your partner, again, there's this kind of elusiveness, you kind of being out of reach, and we've got this clarified by the 8 of coins. So this person obviously wanted to invest, put the hard work into possibly coming closer to you. This person realized that you weren't going to be an easy win, and that they're going to have to put in a lot of effort to have anything materialize with you. And I think this whole suspense is just kind of killing them, because we've also got at the end here, we've got the Hanged Man as well, which is what they're going to be experiencing in the future. So they're still waiting for you, or they're still not able to take control of the situation. It's like it's your call. Like, I think they've put themselves out there. But in the past, with the Star card, they definitely admired you from afar. This could have been with regards to work, because it is the 8 of coins. But they may have really wanted to approach you in the right way as well. Maybe because of work, they wanted to make sure they didn't, do anything inappropriate that could jeopardize your positions at work. They could have also just wanted to do the right thing. Like they may have been like truly the Knight of Cups, where they kind of want to be the knight in shining armor. They want to do the right thing. They want to be the perfect gentleman. They want to do things right. They may notice you from afar that you are, you're like the star. So like you're kind of maybe a bit of cut above the rest, maybe slightly higher maintenance or something, or slightly less attainable, less easily attainable anyway. They know they had to put in work before they approached you. And it looks like you're now making yourself deliberately unattainable in some way. So in the past, we have the Knight of Discs. This is you again being very patient. This may have be someone at work as well, as it is a coins card, but you yourself are kind of exuding those earthy energies of being patient and really thinking things through and planning things and being really cautious, basically, and making wise investments. So I think you are quite concerned about how this will affect your work, or if it is a worthwhile investment, if it's really going to be pushing you more towards your overall goals, or if this relationship really fits in with your your strategy, your current strategy at life. That's right, if that's even a term. But yeah, like I think you want to know if this person fits, if this person can really benefit you, basically. And yeah, you're not going to just jump into things because maybe there is some sort of risk that you just don't want to take. So okay, so we've got here all right, so we're going to look at their subconscious drives. So subconsciously, we've got the, I was not too sure about my positions then, but this is the subconscious position. So subconsciously, we have got the Art card, which is also the Temperance card. So this is your partner or the person you're interested in kind of having to on the one hand stay quite grounded in reality, but on the other hand they're like dreaming of all the possibilities, and they're having to kind of make sure that, you know, on the one hand they have to be grounded, but on the other hand, if they were to kind of be really cold and um distant with you, then that's not going to work. They're not going to get you. So they have to still be kind of like nice with you, and, you know, try to connect with you. On the other hand, be really like, so they're trying to kind of find this lovely middle ground, I feel, subconsciously. That's what, that's why they maybe are not putting themselves out there, or maybe not maybe being that pushy, um or maybe even like really, really trying hard. Is the reason why they're trying so hard is because they're trying to um find that middle ground uh within themselves. They're trying to balance both their own passions and their emotions and everything, and just trying to make it work. But this is a major arcana as well. I mean, this, your partner has had the major arcanas in all positions so far. So I feel they are going through like a major kind of learning point. They're learning a lot through this experience. It is changing them for the better. And yeah, I think they really are learning how to, you know, get what they want through not being pushy, because they're dealing with you. And, you know, cancers traditionally are people that don't maybe like to be pushed into doing anything, and don't like things to be direct. And yeah, of course, everyone appreciates a certain amount of directness, but generally speaking, as that the Cancerian kind of archetype isn't something that likes to be pushed. It likes to kind of be maybe persuaded, and it kind of, it's a water energy, it goes with the flow. And I think this person is trying to kind of find their own way to approach you. This is clarified by the Three of Wands. So again, this is someone who's waiting. This is also, you know, the Sun in Aries, someone who's very passionate. You know, they really want to see an outcome. They're quite excited. They're willing to kind of put in the work. They want to see an outcome. But then again, you know, traditionally this card is about waiting, kind of putting yourself out there, doing all that you can, and then having to wait until, you know, hopefully things develop and you're able to take things to the next step or the next level, or to celebrate. So yeah, I feel this person is being very, very patient, but but again, with the wands, they're being very patient, but it's a strategy. You know, they're being strategic. They want to see an outcome. So they are deliberately like trying. It doesn't come naturally to them, you know, I don't feel. And they're really having to try quite hard to balance their approach, not being too forward yet, still wanting results. So we've got you here. So subconsciously you're in the Empress, so you're also being very receptive. You're like, I know my worth, and also you're very concerned about your security, you know, financially. You want a nice foundation, you want stability. All these things are important to you. A nice home, a regular income, you know, you like that feeling of security. And that's really where you're at subconsciously, is that if it doesn't provide security or it doesn't align with your goals, you're not for it. And your goals, when I say goals, I'll probably mean goals around like family, marriage, and all those kind of things. Like that's what the Empress card represents, like those kind of energies. So yeah, you may also be thinking more about family. You may want a more long-term relationship as well. You don't want anything that's going to be really superficial. You want the real thing, and deep down you know that. And I think you are attracted to this person. There is an attraction there, but you're really hesitant. I think, yeah, possibly to do with work. This could be work theme, but also more to do with like security and just making wise investments for your future. You want to kind of do that, and you know deep down if this person isn't gonna do that for you. So um, you're kind of really trying to kind of I think connect with yourself to really see what your inner truth is really telling you, if that makes sense. So intentions are the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Two of Swords. This is your partner's intention. So their intentions is to make it happen, come hell or high water. That's what the Ten of Wands is. It's like someone who's just so determined. They're just determined, super, super determined. This is called oppression as well, this card. So this is like, I feel this is like killing out all competition. You know, you're just super, super determined. This card is like, you're not gonna let anything get in your way. Like usually in the Rider-Waite, you've got this guy holding on to this like bunch of wands, and he's not letting go, even though like there's blood and it's horrible, and you know he wants to get to the top of that hill or wherever he's going to with those 10 wands, and he's not letting anyone help him, whether or not people don't want to help him or he's not letting someone help him. Like it is not letting, but there's this controlling element. So it's like this person is determined to see an outcome, and they're not going to give up. They're not letting go of the idea, and yeah, they're quite determined. To clarify with the Two of Swords would mean this person is not listening to anyone else. Like they're just kind of quite got quite a narrow vision when it comes to it. Like they're quite focused on that. The Two of Swords can talk about indecision as well. But I feel really this is saying that you're quite decided, or this person's quite decided, sorry. It could also mean they are in some sort of state of flux as well. Maybe if there is an issue with them not knowing how to communicate with you, that could be an issue too. They may not want to rock the boat. They may not want to say the wrong thing, so they would rather maybe not say anything. But this also talks about kind of not connecting to your emotions sometimes and just being really thoughtful about things, and not allowing your emotions to have a say, I guess, in the decisions that this person is making. Like they're not really hmm. This particular image isn't really, it's really, really symbolic. And so sometimes it's a little bit hard to read, but I'm just wanting to think about the Rider-Waite version of the card, which this deck is based on. And usually that card means to me, you know, someone who knows their inner truth, like emotionally they know their inner truth, and they also have kind of conflicting ideas around what the truth is, because everyone's truth is subjective. Sorry, that card's quite a deep card for me. The Two of Swords, but it's like knowing what is really true to you and what people have, or maybe what things you've picked up along the way that have kind of skewed your idea on what truth is because of emotional baggage and things like that. So instead, sometimes we kind of shut out our emotions, because it's just sometimes too confusing, so we just rely on our logic to make a decision, but really there's a lot of emotion going on in the background, but we're just not wanting to deal with that. But the Two of Swords kind of says maybe you should like put down your swords and really look to see um, how your ideas um, affect your emotions and vice versa. Um, but that was a bit of a tangent that we went on there. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think that is basically saying this person is actually quite decided as well. Um, and they want peace. They want harmony. They want everyone to get along. You know, they want, and that might be why they're kind of taking control of situations so much as well, because they don't want things to go wrong. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want the peace to be lost. So therefore they're like, okay, I'm gonna measure my every move, and I'm gonna do this exactly how it's supposed to be done, and it's all gonna go right because I'm gonna make sure it does. You know, this person is quite decided. Okay. So then we've got the Four of Wands to clarify your intentions. So just to reiterate, these are intentions, not necessarily what will happen or what they'll do, but this is what their plan is. Like, this is their plan of action, is to kind of use this approach. And so your partner's approach is to be quite determined and quite decided, I feel. And your approach is to possibly, this talks about home and celebration, success, completion. So I don't know if you're looking to just shut them out. The Four of Wands usually is quite a positive card. But I feel that you're kind of actually blocking them out. You're not allowing them to come in. You're making it really hard for them. Like, they're going to have to win your heart. That's what I feel with this card. Like, you're going to make them kind of win you over or win your heart. They've got tests and things to kind of go through. They're not going to get you very easily. Okay, so in the near future, we've got the Hanged Man for your partner, and this is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So we do see your partner in the near future feeling quite confused, quite lost, not really knowing what to do to like move things forward. Not really knowing what decision to make, where to go, not really knowing what, if you even like them anymore, you know. So they are, again, really, really patiently waiting and just, going with the flow a little bit and just like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if he or she likes me. I don't know if I should make a move. I don't know like how I even feel anymore. Like, there's all that kind of going on in the near future. And with the Seven of Cups, they really, really don't know what they want. This could also mean that they're kind of spoilt for choice as well. So this also could make them, there may be too many choices. So like, one choice could be that they could get this great promotion and do something, and another choice could be that they could stay where they are and develop a relationship with you, or another choice could be that they could meet someone completely new and take it completely out of work, or maybe they've got lots of options as well, which is also pulling them like in the near future where they're in a position where they're like, I don't really know what to do. And they may need to kind of take time away to really think about what they want. But they definitely feel powerless in the situation. They feel like there's nothing that they can really do. And they don't really know if you're an option anymore, like, you know. And then we've got you here represented by the Seven of Wands. So you again are quite defiant. You're like, no, I don't want you. Or you're just like, I'm standing my ground, like I'm not changing my mind on this. I'm pretty sure that I know what I want, and what I want is what I want, and I've got high standards, and I'm not going to put them down for anyone. That's kind of what is being said here. So this person doesn't maybe know if they can even meet those expectations. There's no swords cards here. And the only one that we do have is on your partner's side, which is the Two of Swords, which does talk about maybe a halt in communication. So they may, you know, maybe communicating can really help things forward. I mean, if you are coming to this reading and you're like, no, but I really like them, you just got really high standards, you might need to give them a clue. But we do have the Two of Wands at the base of the deck. So this is talking about you choosing options or making choices that are more, offer you more options, that are expansive and that aren't restricting. It also reminds you that the world is your oyster and there are many, many options, or many, you know, there's the possibilities are kind of endless, and you are in control of your own destiny. So it's asking you here, like, well, what is your passion then? What is your destiny? You know. Okay, then underneath that we've got the Moon card. So you may have some fears that you're dealing with. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And then we do have the 10 of Coins. And the Lover's card. So it is a reminder here that, you know, there will be major changes, more internally, I feel, for you. That might be why you're kind of going within, looking at the answers within. I think your partner as well could be being quite determined, because you may be the Two of Swords, like you may be kind of going within and having this kind of very internal conversation with yourself. And maybe they're trying to kind of bring you out of yourself. They feel that they themselves can do that. But there will be major changes for you. There will be fears that I think you will be facing. And I think when they are faced, it will allow for positive new things to come in, and there'll be an increase in money. You will have that stability that you're looking for, and possibly even a commitment around love could happen too. So yeah, that's what the cards are saying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that reading. It was quite specific. So I hope that you were able to get something from it. There's a few ways that it could be read, but I've only got so many minutes. So yeah, I'll leave it there. But it looks like you're being quite adamant about how you want things to be, and you're not gonna, I don't think at all, you're not gonna compromise. The Two of Wands also doesn't talk about compromise. Even though it's a two, you think that it's about balance, but really in most decks it never talks about compromise. It's always an image of like dominion or dominion. Yeah, dominion. You know, that's one-sided. You've got the Two of Wands where the guy's holding, usually they're holding one rod and they've turned their back on the other. It's like they've chosen one. So it is quite a selfish choice that I feel you have to make, and it's got to be all about what truly drives you, and what you truly passionately want in your heart. It's not about compromise. It is about, standing your ground and doing what you know is best for you. But this is only until September, Maybe come October, this person may find a way to show you that they are, the emperor, because that's what the empress is looking for, that stability. Okay, so Cancer. It's my children in the background playing music. Okay, so we've got short term. This is the message that Spirit has for you. That's in the spiritual position. So yeah, short term, I guess Spirit is saying to recognize that, if you are heartbroken, if you are waiting, that it's only for a season. It's not always going to be that way. It's a short term experience or heartbreak or upset that you're experiencing. I feel it's saying that this pain that ever you're experiencing, or whatever has happened to you in the past, or whatever fears you're dealing with that you're having to go through at the moment, it's like it's short term. It's not going to be for very much longer. The obstacles in your way are gifts. So the obstacle could be a gift. So like I said, this person coming into your life could be causing a kind of issue, maybe at work. So it's a gift, but it's an obstacle. What brings you together is past life. So this is one of those relationships where you may either have had a past life relationship, quite possibly, or had a relationship in the past. This person could be coming back. So you have a lot of history together, basically. So you're learning about passion. They are learning about the Ice Queen. They're learning how to maybe deal with someone that doesn't want to talk to them. Someone who has their own passions. This is usually like a businesswoman as well. Someone who, or even just a very ambitious woman, where she's got a big heart and everything. And we see that here symbolized by the tiger, but she's got her own vision. And this person's having to kind of understand that about you. You see them as a soulmate. So you do see them as someone that is quite special. And they see you as the blonde female. So they see you as quite young, innocent, and maybe with like their whole world ahead of them. And, just innocently kind of feminine, and hasn't really got that much intentions maybe for the relationship. Is kind of free, doing her own thing. Yeah. Okay, so at the base of the deck, I'm laughing at my kids. So at the base of the deck, we've got mature man. So I guess I think that is maybe a message to you that either that the person that you're seeing is more mature than you think they are, or that is really what you're looking for. You want the mature man. It's almost like the emperor energy, someone who's stable, secure, and yeah. And then we've got the money card underneath, and then we do have the union card, and we have the Ice King. So this tells me that, yeah, and it's also, then we've got karma underneath, and we've got dating underneath. So I think that it's only a short amount of time. Spirit is saying to you that someone special may come into your life, and it may be kind of mature. They may have like money. When I say money, not like maybe loads of money, but they have financial security where they can offer you that financial security basically, and someone that you can work with and build with, and be pampered and spoiled by maybe. But either way, there's definite union here, I think, with this person. And I feel they'll be coming in quite soon. And that's why the short-term card is here. Or it could be that it's saying that, this person themselves could be quite mature. And that it's only a matter of time, maybe, that you will start to see this. You do see them as a soulmate. So you see them as someone quite special. You recognize that there is this past connection maybe, or there's a lot of history. Maybe you've been together for a little while. Maybe it's been 8 years. You guys have been together. Um, but maybe you're wanting more now. Maybe there's something inside you that's just saying, I want more. Whereas this person, I feel, sees you as like, this card probably really sums up this card as well, where they see you as, very sexually alluring, a beautiful young kind of red-haired woman, maybe, or blonde-haired woman, who excites them. So they could be older than you as well, maybe, and you're kind of bringing out this kind of romantic in them with the Knight of Cups, but you're kind of like, no, I need some time to think about this. This wasn't really in my plans to maybe be dating someone older than me, maybe something like that. But yeah, they definitely see you as young, hot, innocent, and all of that. And it looks like they're willing to wait as well. They're willing to put in the work to be with you, but you have your own fears. I think you don't want to be held down because you do have your own agenda, and that might be what it is. Like, you do have your own things you want to do, and maybe this wasn't in the plans. The obstacle could be gifts. Maybe the person is giving you gifts. Maybe that's why I've said pampered. And that's kind of a problem as well, but that could be a problem if you don't want the gifts. But you are learning about passion, so you may be learning to follow your passions, understanding where your passions really lie, and understanding maybe that, nice things or an okay relationship isn't enough anymore. Maybe it's like you want to actually feel really excited about your relationships now, and that's why you want to be more passionate. This will also just mean that you're feeling very passionate about this person as well, but you're kind of holding yourself back. Maybe because of it hasn't been long enough. Maybe you haven't seen enough. You maybe want to see more from this person before you really can decide if they're the one. Although you do see them as a soulmate, you do see them as someone special, but you maybe just need to see more. You've got some fears, and you're like, I don't know. I've got this idea for my life, and I don't know if you can meet that expectation. I think it's something like that as well. Okay, so then we've got this deck. I'm going to pull just 3 cards from here for you, as I've done with everyone else. Cancer, August to September. Okay, we've got exchanging gifts, come to the edge, and why? So I think it's going back to your passions. So we've got unfinished symphony. So this could be an ongoing relationship. Maybe there has been a bit of a break in the relationship, or a change in the relationship. Maybe you've been apart for a little while. But either way, with unfinished symphony at the base of the deck, it feels like there's still something else to come from this relationship, or there's still more to be told. If this is the end of the relationship, this unfinished symphony card is saying there's a whole nother journey that's awaiting you, and that everything you've done up to this point is prepared you for that. That's what the unfinished symphony card means to me. The exchange gifts, I feel that you want maybe to be with someone that can meet you, that can complement you. Someone who maybe isn't exactly the same as you, someone who's a bit different. Maybe, Spirit is saying, maybe you might need to look at what's being offered and see if it can be an exchangeable gift. Maybe it isn't what you've expected. Like, maybe it is an older person, older than you or younger than you, and you may not feel like you've got anything in common with them, but maybe there's a lot to be gained from each other's companionship or relationship. So then we've got come to the edge, which talks about taking a risk. Coming to the edge, trying something new, taking a chance on something, and yeah, maybe being a bit brave as well. We have got hearts as well, little hearts that she's throwing away into the air. So it could be that to do with love, you know, to come to the edge with regards to love. And then we've got the why card. Why are you doing it? So I think really it's like a message all in one. But essentially it's saying, you know, if you are going to come to the edge, figure out why you're coming to the edge. Like, why do you want to come to the edge? What is it that drives you? What is your passion? That's your next step now, is to focus on what your passions are. Because maybe you get a lot of people coming to you and talking to you and stuff, and maybe they are really good on paper, like great options, but you need to maybe start making choices now that are to do with the long term and that are answering the questions. You know, when you say, when you look at what you're doing and you ask, why am I doing it? It totally fits into your passions and where you really want to be in like 5 or 10 years time. So that is the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I made it under 40 minutes. Yay! Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you want your own reading, email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com.